So let me say to some of you, when you get it all right, don't do a wedding. Seriously. Unless your father and your mother is going to pay for it. Yeah. If your mother and your father will pay for it, fine. But if I were even you, I'll take that money that they're going to use for the wedding to do other things for the marriage itself. And just come to the office, sign the document, we bless you, you kiss one another, go home. Go to the moon.
Hello, Abusan, ladies and gentlemen. I want to believe, sir, by the grace of Jesus Christ, I bring you greetings from Canada. Now, I have this important video. It is from the Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams. I think, sir, a very, very important advice. Nana Odema, young people, like predominantly single people. Now, the Okachro say, if possible, Emma Omonia wedding. Now, I think, sir, some met this information with some joy, and I believe, sir, some might, meet this with some sadness. Ninja say, most of us who are blacks and us who are Africans now, we copy blindly. You know, that is a black man for you. Trust an African say, Adibiana Usiano, he will copy blindly. He doesn't even understand. She doesn't understand. She doesn't know the culture, and yet the African is going to copy blindly. So the Archbishop was trying to advise them using his own life example near Ofemo when he was a young man, and that is what adults are supposed to do. One of the benefits are entia emenyame manipa enyini eyempenifo ni say so ye penimua obe use life examples, the errors and the good things, the bad and the ugly, no odi betu the young people, no odi betu omofo say they will not fall into the traps, and I say the pitfalls now you fell into no, they will not be able to fall into them. So he was trying to advise them, say ye betimi ankama omo nye wedding. Say omo parents beya omo dia fine, but say omo ankasa wedding to spend all this money, like to prove a point to people and to let people know, say omo so they have arrived. No, all these things are not necessary. But I wouldn't want to take much of your time. Let us go and listen to what the Archbishop had to say, and I think I'll give my comment at the end of the video. If today is your first time visiting my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel, like my video, drop your comment. I want to believe, sir, I want to thank you in advance. Thank you very much.
Okay, my first marriage, I married at the age of, I think, 20, 21. Honestly speaking, you'll see a picture of mine when I took that picture on my wedding day. Seriously, if you look at the picture, you could tell that this guy is very confused. I have it on my phone. Bishop, do you have the picture? It's on my phone. You could tell that this guy is confused. I was like sheep carried to the slaughter. I had no idea of what I was doing. I had no idea of what marriage was or is. I was just told I should marry. So me too, I married. You marry, no, first man, pam! I've lost my period. She's pregnant. You're not ready for that. You haven't saved. Because most of the foolish things we do is to use our money for other things, for weddings. And we go and buy all these white dress, suit, this. We spend all the money on wedding. And then after the wedding, we are in debt. Because some of the things are borrowed. So you are in debt. And when you are in debt, the romance is killed. And on the honeymoon, you can't function. Because your phone is ringing and somebody says, the money you collected, when can I have my money? And you can't tell the lady that you borrowed some money to do show. So people have come, you've dressed nicely, you've done show, but you are in debt and they are calling for their money. And the lady wants to know, why is this person calling you like that? And you can't tell her. So you are tense. So there's no oil to function. Day one, you begin the race with debt. So let me say to some of you, when you get it all right, don't do a wedding. Seriously. Unless your father and your mother is going to pay for it. Yeah. If your mother and your father will pay for it, fine. But if I were even you, I'll take that money that they're going to use for the wedding to do other things for the marriage itself. And just come to the office, sign the document, we bless you, you kiss one another, go home. Go to the moon. And when you go to the moon too, you got to plan before you go to the moon. You have to plan. Where are you going to stay? What kind of a lifestyle do you want to have? When do you want to have kids? It's not wise to just the same year, no, bam, 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 babes. You have kids coming. No, you need time to build the relationship. You need time to adjust. Time to get to know each other. Because two people living under one roof, all those things you don't take into consideration. When you want to go to the bathroom, you are running. And the woman is in the toilet. And your stomach, you are running. And you have only one toilet. How do you do it? And you are waiting for her to come out so you can go, and she's not also coming. And your stomach, and you are holding the thing, you are binding, blocking, rebuking, and it's not working. By the time she finishes, she comes out. It's not a good thing. So you get upset with her. Those little things can create a whole lot of issues. So instead of going to take that money to do a wedding, why don't you use it to have 2 toilets? For my second marriage, I've always had 2 toilets, 2 showers, 2 bathrooms, 2 bedrooms, 2 everything. Because I learned from the first one. And I said, this one, I'm not blowing it. So everything, na double. You see? But nobody tells us these things. So listen, if you look at life, if you want to be a doctor, lawyer, engineer, everything, we go to school and they teach us. One of the most important things that we must be taught of, that we are not taught about, is marriage. There's no school in this world that you attend that they've added to the curriculum the education of marriage. Nothing.
Okay, into the video no ena yakohwe no. Into the say uhwe the way na Archbishop exceeding a life example na odi 2 young people for say if possible they should try and stop the wedding. You see, there is a lot of fornication going on in churches because abaya bi any abemo bi ewo honoma. They don't have the money to do big wedding. They don't have the money to do all this pomp and pageantry among for exhibit during their wedding days. No, they don't have the money to do that. Even though they are at the marriageable age, they love themselves, but they don't have the money to do all these things. And they will continue to sleep together, remain in sin, and this is not good. Therefore, if you love somebody and you believe that she or he is a marriageable material, and you believe they are going to help you in life, why do you keep on dating when you can marry? So the Archbishop was giving a suggestion, say, all that you need to do is the parental consent. That is the parental consent. If you get the parental consent, that is marriage. It is not marriage when you don't have the parental consent. That one must come first. Nia yakoyewo asoy demono die. Eno die eye sheer formality. You see, the pastor or the bishop does not have any say in the marriage. Nia yakoyewo asoy demo die eye yeni ankasa out of our own volition. And you say, okay, we are Christians, we belong to another family. You see, the reason why we take it to church is that we Christians, we believe we have another family. So our blood family is our family, but we also believe we have another family, which is the family of Christ or the church. So we introduce ourselves to our biological family, and then we come and introduce ourselves to our spiritual family, which is the church. Unfortunately, we black people, we copy blindly, we learn blindly, and so instead of we being just Christianized, we have allowed ourselves to be westernized. Wedding is a Western idea. It is a Western idea. Going for even honeymoon is a Western idea. And I say, okay, that one you can say it is a biblical idea, because even during the Bible days, in the olden days, when a Jew boy marries, he will not go to war for almost 1 year. And I said 1 year, he's not supposed to go to war. Now he should be able to stay home and all that. I can say it is a Jewish idea. So there are some cultures be on my or Bible a Jew for I, as a Gentile, a Ghanaian, an Asante, I don't need to follow those kind of laws, and I say those kind of rituals. So I want to believe that this video is going to speak to you. Those of you young people who are up and coming, who are about to marry, think of these things. Look at the amount of money you have to spend. Meanwhile, the Archbishop is saying, if you get the parental consent and you come to his office, he's just going to bless the marriage. That is marriage. The wedding thing that we do, it is all pomp and pageantry. It is not going to add or subtract to the marriage as far as God is concerned. The most important part of the marriage, they say, there is a parental consent. If you have that, you are good to go. And that is what the Archbishop was trying to say. I want to believe, sir, you have learned something today. I have learned something myself also. I don't know if today is your first time visiting my channel. Kindly subscribe to my channel, like my video, drop your comment. That means you mean to me share BB and free. I learn from you through your comment, okay? And if possible, share to somebody else. Obibia or your young man, young woman, or your friend, and I say, or your sibling, relative. Send this video to them. Let them know what the Archbishop was trying to say. And then, if possible, let us try to change some things. Let us be Christians, but we are not Western people. Remain Christianized, but don't be Westernized. That is what I have to say. Thank you very much. We shall meet again another time. Thank you. Bye.
Wedding is just a celebration after marriage. The real marriage has happened before wedding, because the real marriage is parents giving their children to one another. That's marriage. It's cultural. So all that wedding is unnecessary. It's not in the Bible. No wedding in the Bible. White wedding is a white man's culture. It's not in the Bible. It's not a Bible thing. In the Bible, marriage is parents handing over their children when requirements of the families are met. Once that happens, marriage has happened. And of course, because you're a responsible Christian, you now call your pastor to speak a blessing. Basic. You don't need to feed people. You don't need to wear gown. You can wear house cloth and come and get married. I'm not joking, I'm very serious. You don't need to gather people. You can do your wedding, call your friends, 10-10, cook for them, they eat, you rejoice, and that's it. Sunday you come and give testimony. We got married within the week. Papa was there to bless us. And if Papa was not there, Pastor Praise was there, or my district pastor was sent by the church. They blessed us. It was a wonderful wedding. We were just 15 in number. Praise God. You're a young man that wants to start life, and you want to spend 2 million for wedding. You don't have sense. The school fees your father paid in school was wasted. You need to go back to the village and refund the fees. You don't have money to start life. Then you are spending 2 million in a wedding. 2 million can set up a good business for you if you have sense. And that's why people get married and for 1 year they are still paying debt. So their marriage started with bitterness and anger. Everybody is angry because when there is debt to pay and no money to eat, there will be tension in the house. That love will suddenly finish. Who sent you? And most times it's the sisters. I want white wedding. Me too, I want to dance. I want to dance. If I don't dance, I will never be normal. I will never be normal. I must dance. All my friends are waiting. They are all waiting for me. I must put my picture on Facebook. Facebook must see my picture. If I don't put my picture on Facebook, I can never be normal. Who knows you on Facebook? Facebook is for faceless people. People you don't even know. You want to impress them. And you want to make your young man to be broke to impress Facebook. You know, if for Facebook you don't need wedding, no. You don't need to borrow a gown, call a photographer. You don't know. You can enter a housing and look for one corner and snap and put New York. Last week in New York. It's not in church you get married. It's in the family you get married. You don't get married here. We don't have power to marry you. You marry between your father, between your family and her family, because marriage is cultural. Marriage is not church. Marriage is culture. White wedding is not in the Bible. White wedding is a white man's culture.